There is such a big difference between a good Ziggs player, like a really good Ziggs player, and then like a really good Ziggs player. A lot of people think that Ziggs is a bit of an easy champion, you know what I mean? Like you just throw bombs and all of that. But I am telling you right here, there is a massive difference between a good and an insanely good Ziggs player, like huge difference. And most of it is obviously hitting your abilities, but also using your second ability properly. Something I realized is, you know, the good Ziggs players that are good at hitting their ultimates, that are good at hitting their bombs and everything like that, they're not good at using their second ability. Because there are so many different ways to use your second ability. Basically, Ziggs has a few counters, you know, in Wild Rift, Ziggs has a few counters. One of them is like, it could be long-range champions like Jhin, like Caitlyn, that can actually bully you because they can reach you. The other one, I call the other one fake counters. You know why? Because you could argue that a champion like Rengar, you know, counters Ziggs, or Irelia, when she jumps on Ziggs, it counters him, right? Or, you know what I mean, like Kha'Zix. You could say these types of diving champions, they should counter Ziggs. The answer is no, they don't counter Ziggs. You just suck at Ziggs. And I'll tell you more about all of this during the gameplay. First, I'm going to explain to you guys how to build Ziggs. So, I'm going to do it very quickly because it's quite simple to build Ziggs. You start off with a Luden's Echo. Then you go for the Rabadon's Deathcap. This, like, the reason I love Rabadon's Deathcap's second item, rather than, you know, going for a Liandry's or anything like that, is because this really buffs your ultimate damage. Like, when you go for the Rabadon's Deathcap, you know, maybe going Liandry's or something else is gonna be nice for your first ability and your third ability and everything like that. But your ultimate damage will be crazy when you buy the Rabadon's Deathcap. That's why I personally always go for Rabadon's Deathcap second item. Here, if you need the anti-healing, you're gonna be the one to buy it. You know, if your team needs anti-heal, you need to buy it. And you can also buy it before the Rabadon's Deathcap, by the way, if you like really need it early on. Because you do so much AoE damage, so you can very easily apply anti-heal on everyone. Third item is gonna be situational, but if the enemies, like, we're playing in a bit of a tankier meta, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people pick these tankier types of champions, so Liandry's is automatically gonna be much better. Liandry's is already a really good item on Ziggs, but especially because now we have the tank meta, as I said, it makes it an even better item. Another type of playstyle you could potentially have on Ziggs is the Infinity Orb playstyle. This one you can play against squishy enemies. And something else you need when you go for this playstyle is you need engagement in your team. So for example, you need to have like a Rengar in your team, you know, or like a Garen that goes in, or Ornn that goes in with his ultimate. You need to have engagement if you want to build Infinity Orb. So engagement and squishy enemies. The reason being is because, you know, let's say your Ornn goes in. He chunks down the enemy to like 50% HP. You throw a bomb and they get to 35% HP, and then you one-shot them with your ultimate. That's the point of this build. I don't really like that playstyle too much, because I prefer to rely on myself, because with that one you're a bit more reliant on your team. But when you go for a Liandry's, for example, you're more reliant on yourself to do your thing. An item that could be interesting, but honestly I haven't really done too much with, is Horizon Focus. The only way you can properly proc Horizon Focus is with your third ability. I don't really like that too much. I prefer to go for more reliable damage with some other items. Lichbane is an interesting item too. If you can actually use your basic attack very often, Lichbane is going to be a very interesting item. I used to go for Lichbane back in the days, but I don't really do it anymore. I just really love Liandry's. Like almost every game, I go for Liandry's, even if the enemies are a bit squishy, to be honest. You never go Rod of Ages, by the way. This is not worth on Ziggs. Void Staff you have to go for, either as your fourth or fifth item, maybe even your third item could also potentially be good. And for the boots, generally, right now, before the update, it's going to be Ionian Boots of Lucidity. But after the update, you know, a lot of new boots are coming. So you could go for the newer boots, right? For the enchantment, Stasis is really nice. In case you get caught and you don't have your second ability anymore, Stasis enchant is going to be very, very good to go for. And for the runes, you always go Airy, always. Here, it's situational. Look, the way you decide what to go for here, let's say you're playing your lane and you're against a Yasuo, okay? Against Yasuo, you don't go Scorch. Why do you think you don't go Scorch? The reason is because whenever you poke him, he has the shield, so it doesn't really do anything, you know what I mean? So you only go Scorch if you can actually, like, if you can actively bully the enemy. Every time you poke them with your first ability, your third ability, the Scorch will do a lot more damage early game, and it allows you to really bully the enemy early game. But honestly, this is not my favorite rune. My favorite rune is Gathering Storm. Sure, like you won't have as much poking early game, but late game, with the Gathering Storm, especially after you finish 2 items. Okay, especially if you have 2 items, you're gonna be so damn strong. It buffs, because the Rabadon's Death Cap buffs the Gathering Storm as well. Third rune is gonna be a Bone Plating. Nullifying Orb can also be good if you're just afraid to get one shot. But Bone Plating is great in lane. If you're against like a Yasuo or a Yone or a Zed or any champion like even against an Orianna, it can be good. And then here you go for Transcendence to get a lot of ability haste. For the spells you go for Ignite and Flash. So that is it about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. So I'm laning against a Khazad, which, you know, a lot of you guys could argue is a counter to Ziggs, you know? Like Khazad can ult me and he'll destroy me. Lee Sin, oh, Lee Sin is a good example. Because Ziggs, like I would actually say, Ziggs counters Lee Sin. Believe it or not, I'm literally saying Ziggs counters Lee Sin. And 90% of you Ziggs players out there would tell me otherwise. They would be like, no, it's not true. Because Lee Sin can ult me backwards into the enemy team and I'll die. He can flash ult me, you know what I mean? Listen, it's so... no, it's not simple. I'm saying it's simple, but... oh, look at what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to gank. Why is Thresh not pulling them? I would have actually killed them. Like, I'm telling you, this was such a smart gank that I did right here. Because all Thresh had to do was to flash hook someone. And it's really easy to do that. And I would have just gotten an easy kill. Like, I would have easily gotten a kill right there with my Ignite and everything like that. But let me explain why Lee Sin doesn't really counter Ziggs. Let's say Lee Sin uses his first ability on you, okay? And you know he's gonna go on you. You will instantly put down your second ability in front of you. Whenever he decides to dash to you, you proc your second ability, which pushes you away and Lee Sin. He's not gonna be able to get close to you. He's not gonna be able to flash combo either. You know why? Because for him to do the flash combo, he has to be very close to you. He should not be able to get close to you guys. Because you'll literally push him away. It's simple. Against the Khazad, if he decides to ult on you, sure, he'll do a lot of damage late game. But even in the late game... okay, so look, I don't have my second ability here, so I need to stay behind my minions to avoid him. You see how I was avoiding Lee Sin right here? But he did it very smartly. He used his second ability to dash, but it was already too late, so he won't be able to kill me. That's another way to counter Lee Sin's gank, by the way. Literally just stand behind your minions. So he's forced to use his second ability to get close to you. And it won't allow him to do as much damage as when he would have done if he just engaged with his first ability on you. So like that's probably gonna be the main subject of this video, the usage of your second ability. I wanna say though, I am doing a skin giveaway. All you have to do to enter is put down a comment under this video, giving away 3 skins this month. And yeah. Just put down a comment under this video. Let me know your thoughts on anything. I read most comments. There was a period where I couldn't really read all the comments anymore because my channel would get like 1,000 comments per video. I would read like a couple hundred every day because every day I wake up, I don't know if you guys know, but every day I wake up, the first thing I do is I just read comments on the recent video. I don't know. I do it to this day. I remember when my channel went viral and like my first video got like 150 comments, no, like even more, like the Camille video got like 200, 300 comments. And all I was doing all day was just reading comments. Even my mom would tell me like, what the hell are you doing? You know, why are you on your phone all day? The answer was I was literally just reading comments. And to this day, I still do the same thing. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. And yeah, also if you want to support the channel, make sure you give the video a like. You guys know about that one. Let's see. So I'm freezing the lane right here. I don't want to go too far because first of all, I don't have a lot of vision. Like, I have good vision. Like, don't get me wrong, because you can see I have a ward here and I have this Scuttle Crab. So it's not like I don't have any vision, but I just prefer to be safe right here. Because first of all, as you can see, Khazad is level 5. So that's a little bit dangerous for me. I can ult him here. There we go. That was a nice ultimate. He had to flash right there. I waited for his ult for me to ult. So I can hit it for free, you know. But what I was saying is, I don't have much vision. And also, they still do have a Lee Sin. Like, Lee Sin is still dangerous, you know. They have a Lee Sin, they have a Khazad. These are champions that can dive me if I'm not careful. So, you need to be careful, right? Like, you need to be careful. Don't just overextend like an idiot and then blame your team, you know. Like, that, it's not gonna work like that. Ziggs is not like before. I want to say that, by the way. Because Ziggs used to be so easy to play, to be honest. Like, back in the days when I would play Ziggs, am I really gonna try to wait a minute, can I kill him? what was I saying? Back in the days, Ziggs was so easy because he did so much damage and all you had to do was just spam your bombs on the enemy. But now, there are so many new champions that are, you know, they are good into Ziggs if you don't know how to use the second ability properly. Like Ornn is another example. You will get destroyed by Ornn if you cannot properly keep him away with your second ability. So like the next time you guys play Ziggs, I really want you to pay attention to using your second ability. I really want to encourage you to do that. Like, most of you are probably going to be good at using your bombs already. Like, you know, I can give you advice on how to hit your bombs more easily. I will give you advice on how to hit your ultimate more easily. Wait for that one. But like, the main advice I really have is to get better at your second ability. Especially when you approach higher elo. Because I can imagine that in lower elo, it's really easy to play Ziggs, right? Like, you just have to hit bombs and that's it. But in high elos, people are going to catch you out. They're going to find ways to go on you. So, you need to find ways to get rid of them. So let's talk about the ultimate right now. The ultimate is, first of all, is a really good ganking tool. Like right here, as you can see, I'm probably not gonna ult now because we're not getting anything out of it. But your ult is such a good ganking tool. You can just walk a few steps towards bot lane or top lane, and all you have to do is just click on your ultimate, help your team with the gank, and you could possibly get a kill from it. Oh wow, he is strong. He is strong. Look at that damage from the Jhin, man. They're trying to FF. Wow, but that Jhin is hella strong. One shot did like a third of my HP. He already has a collector. So like, you can walk to a lane and ult. Secondly, something important about the ultimate. The obvious easy way to hit your ultimate is if the enemy is stunned. For example, if your Lux roots an enemy, you can just ult that enemy, hit them in the middle, easy, right? Like that's an easy one. Secondly, you need to pay attention to the mobility abilities of the enemy. Let me explain. Khazrin, for example. When can I hit him easily with my ultimate? After he ults. I shouldn't ult before he ults, right? I shouldn't ult before he ults. Like right here, he doesn't have his ult. I hit it on him, as you can see, which is pretty good. I use my second ability to get close to him. That could be a kill. Wow, he's 1 HP. Another way, now I'm probably dead because I don't have second ability, yep. Another way, which is a way no one of you guys will probably guess on how to hit your ultimate. Let me explain. You can throw your second ability on yourself, and if the Lee Sin, for example, dives me, okay, I can proc my second ability, push the Lee Sin away, and instantly ult. Okay? I can instantly ult. If he doesn't have any mobility abilities, he's not gonna be able to escape it. If he does have mobility, he can dash out of it. Now another way, this is another way. This one is inescapable, okay? But it's really hard, okay? You can use your ultimate, okay? You can use your ultimate, and then you can use your second ability on top of the enemy to knock them up. While they are knocked up, they cannot escape your ultimate, okay? If the enemy is very close to you, you can just auto-aim this. For starters, like if you're a beginner, you can auto-aim this. So the way you do it, you click on your ult and you instantly use your second ability. Instantly. You knock them up and they can't escape, okay? I know it's a little bit hard to do this, but if you truly want to master Ziggs, you need to be doing this kind of stuff. I'm probably going to do it in this game as well. I think you're going to see some good examples in the late game of how to hit your ultimate a little bit more easily using your second ability. This game is not going well, by the way, because we're 5 on 17. Yone is getting destroyed, our bot lane is getting destroyed, our jungler is actually doing okay. Well, actually, never mind, he's 1 on 4, wow. No one is doing okay in this game, except for me. I'm doing fine in my lane, but we're really behind. Jhin hard counters Ziggs, by the way. There's really not much you can do against a good Jhin. I don't think there's much you can do as a Ziggs. Like, I could think of ways how to counter a Jhin, but if you're against a good Jhin who goes rapid fire cannon, there's nothing you can do. There's really nothing you can do. You just, like, there's literally nothing you can do. The only thing you could possibly do is when he ults, you ult, you know, because he's standing still. That is the only thing I can think of when you're playing against a Jhin. But yeah, it's really not ideal to play Ziggs into Jhin. Let me just say that. You really don't want to play Ziggs into Jhin. Which is, of course, exactly what I'm playing Ziggs into this game. I went out yesterday and I went pooling with my friend. And, you know, we told each other, you know, let's go out normally this time. You know, let's not drink too much. Let's just do it like normal people. And then when we went out, we saw his brother. And of course, we were drinking with his brother. You know, we drank a lot with his brother. Yeah. So it wasn't normal. However, we did pool. It was really, really fun. We were doing fine until we saw his brother. That's the thing. Like, until we saw his brother, then we went drinking a lot again. There you go. You see that? How easily I escaped from the set? Like, it's such an easy escape tool to use your second ability to run away. Right here, I'm trying to bully them as much as I can. But they're just... Yeah. Like, you know, it's so hard to play this game. Because it's not because they counter me. It's because they are so ahead. This enemy is so ahead. It's so hard for me to do anything in this game. Yeah, but they do have good bounties. Like, if I can get a kill... Oh, come on. Come on. Well, Seth didn't have a bounty, but this 07 Yone got the kill. That's not ideal, of course. He shouldn't be getting the kills. It's better if, like, Ezreal... Even though Ezreal's not playing well, it's probably better if he gets the kills. After me, of course. If he would have... Oh, am I gonna stop his backport like that? I thought he was in that bush, but then I saw him on the top side there. I could help Yone with my ult here. Why did I not help him with my ult? I could have killed Jhin with my ult. Although this may be a good ult as well. I'm waiting for Khazrin to ult himself before I ult, by the way. Like, I'm not gonna ult him now. Now I am. You see? But he flashes out of it. Oh well. Oof, oh. Can he really chase me? Can he? I don't think he can. I have a flash as well. Oh, he got movement speed from the Redemption. How the hell? I didn't know Redemption gives movement speed. Wow, he's so strong. He's so strong. Come on. He's so strong. I can't kill him. And it's a Set. Set heals up as well. So, like, he'll heal up and I can't kill him anymore. Wow, that really shows how behind we are in this game. Like, normally that was an easy kill for Ziggs, but... Damn. Yeah, I need a Leanders this game. Because they have so much HP. You know, Set has HP. Khazrin has a lot of Aegis, which means a lot of HP. Lee Sin has a decent amount of HP. They have a lot of HP. I could try to ult the Set right here. He may be backporting in that bush right there. I don't think I will, but that would also be something that I could have tried. I would have probably done it if he had a big bounty. But I didn't risk it because he didn't have a big bounty. Now that is a good ultimate. I comboed it with the Thresh Hook, which is very nice. We really need this turret, by the way. Remember, Ziggs pushes turrets really fast. So if you get the chance, you can push turrets. Another thing you could see me do here, by the way, I put my third ability on myself. I did that in anticipation of Khazrin diving me. If you really think the enemy is gonna dive you, you can put down your third ability on yourself and run around it. So like when they dive you, you can run around it. And that's another thing that a lot of Ziggs players don't really do. A lot of Ziggs players, they'll throw their third ability on the enemy just hoping to hit them, you know what I mean? A good Ziggs player will also do this sometimes. But a good Ziggs player will also use his third ability to kite the enemy. Like you can... That's an easy ult. You can put it on yourself and run around it. And if an enemy tries to chase you, they'll walk into it, take a lot of damage, you know. Take a lot of slows and everything. So you can use it like that as well. There's many different ways to use Ziggs' abilities. Like, so many people think this is an easy, simple champion, but there's so much more behind this kit than you may think. I went for anti-heal this game because they have so much healing. Set heals, Janna heals, Jhin probably has Hunter Vampirism or something. Or ooh, Jhin went for the right build as well. That's the problem for me. Jhin went for Rapid Fire Cannon, which if he hits me, he'll probably half-life me with like one shot. Oh lord, this Jhin will be such a problem for me because he's actually building correctly against the Ziggs. There you go, you see? Third ability on myself. That's not a good... That is a good ult. You see how I did that? Wait, let's go back. I thought it was not a good ult. Look, this is the type of ultimate that I talked about. Take a look at how I did it. I ulted, and then I pushed him into the ultimate with my second ability. That is basically one of the hardest Ziggs combos you can do. But he's so effective. Look, pay attention to how I ulted him. Just pay attention. Pay attention to how beautiful it was. Look, Look, I ulted. And second ability, I pushed him into the ultimate. Did you see that? Isn't that beautiful? It's really hard. Like, I'm telling you again, you're not gonna be able to consistently pull this off. I am also not able to consistently pull this off. So it's not like, I'm not gonna pretend to you guys that I'm a god that I can consistently pull this off. But I think with like, if I had like 50 more games on Ziggs in like 1 week, I would be able to consistently pull this off. So if you truly want to master Ziggs, play him a lot and you'll be able to consistently pull it off. I'm telling you. But like those types of combos is what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Another thing that's good about Ziggs' second ability, by the way, is you cancel out enemy abilities. So for example, Nunu ultimate, Janna ultimate, Jhin ultimate, Misfortune ultimate. You can cancel out all of those things. This should be a turret, because you do so much damage to turret as a Ziggs, you can easily get them like that. Wow, he died from my third ability, that's pretty crazy. When you get a blue buff, by the way, your playstyle also changes in a way that you're gonna spam your abilities. Like, when you don't have a blue buff, you know, you have to be a little bit careful about using your abilities, because of course, you're gonna run out of mana. But when you have a blue buff, you're never gonna run out of mana. So just spam your abilities. Just throw them like a crazy madman. Just throw, like, even if you don't hit them, just throw them, honestly, because you have infinite mana anyways and such low cooldowns. I want to try something else, by the way. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Because I think 90% of my viewers should be subscribed, but I want to see if it does anything. If I ask the viewer to subscribe, I'm going to check the analytics of this video. Like, if you haven't subscribed already, and if you like my content, of course, make sure you do subscribe. Or if you forgot to subscribe, subscribe. I want to see if it has any impact on my channel if I ask the viewer to subscribe. I need to use second ability, come on. Oof. You know what? That Yone ultimate actually did save me as well. I would have probably been fine because of my second ability, but Yone's ultimate was beautiful right there. We're starting to play a little bit better as a team, as you can see. It's still not perfect, but we're doing a little bit better. You can clearly see we're doing a little bit better. I need to shove this wave. Nice! Diana got a double kill. She did die, but she did get a double kill, which is great. Like, even though we are doing something wrong, Jhin is still a problem. Jhin is such a massive problem for us. For me. Like, for me, really. My team may be able to take care of the Jhin, but like me, big problem. Big problem. Like, you'll never see me close to the Jhin. I always have to maintain a distance from this champion. Because he'll literally one-shot me. It's ridiculous how strong he is against Ziggs. I got my coffee back again as well, by the way, finally. My normal coffee. I'm dead, yep. What am I even doing? Like, honestly, what am I even doing? I know they used flashes and stuff, but what the hell am I doing? What am I doing in mid lane overextending like that? Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I realized the screw up that I did. This was... What am I doing? It happens, like, what can I say? I make these mistakes as well. It really seems like... Like, for me, it really seems like my problem is I play pretty well. You know, in general, I play pretty well. But, like, my big problem is I often have these big throws. Like, what the hell was I doing in mid lane right there? You know what I gave them Baron for free. That could have been a game-losing play. You remember the Twitch video from yesterday? I did the same thing. I went mid lane and I died like an idiot. Why is it... Like, it seems like I need to improve on this thing. And I am. I'm coaching myself right there, which is pretty funny. So like, in the late game, I shouldn't go in like an idiot. Just let my team tank. Like, what the hell am I doing alone in mid lane? They're doing Elder. This should not be a problem for us. Like, I should be able to demolish them right here. Oh my god, that set damage though. She stole it. She stole it. She stole it. Come on. Jhin is a problem. I did kill him though. Oh, Diana saved the game. She stole it. The saving grace. Let's go. Oh my god. Wow. You know what? I would also say that Janna potentially counters Ziggs in a way that, you know, you may bully the enemy as a Ziggs, but Janna is just gonna heal them up to full HP again. So maybe I could say that Janna does counter Ziggs in that way. Even though when Janna ults, you can ult them for free. The healing is gonna out-heal your ult damage, that's the problem. So it basically cancels out your entire ultimate. And not only your ultimate, your entire poking. It cancels out everything. By the way, Elder Dragon is really not that strong. I don't know if it's just me, but Elder Dragon feels a bit weak. Not saying that it is like super weak, but the old Elder Dragon felt much stronger than this one, where, you know, this one gives you true damage and what is it called? Like, you kill enemies when they're low HP. I can just escape with my second ability, by the way. You see that? Second ability, easy. But this new Elder Dragon, I don't know, it feels a little bit lackluster. Especially the later you get into the game. Because the later you get, the more HP everyone is gonna get. And the later you get, the stronger the Baron gets. So if an enemy takes Baron and you have Elder, if you're like 25 minutes into the game, that Baron is probably gonna be like twice as strong as the Elder. The enemies are gonna have so much more damage. So generally, Baron is gonna be better than Elder. Unless you get Elder very early on in the game. If you get Elder 17 or 18 minutes into the game, it is super broken. Like, super broken. But as I said, late game, Elder is a bit lackluster. It's just a bit lackluster. Oh, she killed Jhin as well. The Diana is actually popping off right now. She stole Elder and she's also popping off. Look at how fast I take turrets, by the way. It's 930 damage. And your second ability executes turrets as well. But the main damage comes from your passive. I should be able to kill him. Surely, come on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, if he hit me with that true damage, that would have hurt a lot. I still have a flash. I'm not afraid of him, am I? Yeah. No. Oh. That's crazy though. How can a Set kill me like that? I mean, I played it well. It's just, he's so strong. He was able to kill me as well. Wow. Sorry, I thought I was hearing something. I have 4 items. I have 5 items now. I don't really like finishing the green book, but when you finish the last item and you really need anti-heal, of course you'll buy the green book, even though it's super inefficient, like the gold that you're spending for it. But 5 item Ziggs is oh, somehow we got the Baron. Somehow, some way we got the Baron. The Thresh was able to get it from like 24 HP. What a ridiculous game we're playing right here. What a ridiculous game. Wow. We got the Elder and we got the Baron. What a funny game. Did we just win the game, by the way? We may have just won the game. Because we got a Baron, a 22-minute Baron. And we're pushing. Only 2 of them are defending. Yeah, I think we won the game. Okay, we 100% won the game. Let's take a look at how much damage I did and everything like that. Wow, what a game. As you can see, don't give up any game. Miracles can happen. You know, you can steal Elders, you can steal Barons. You can win games like this. So well, yeah, let's see how much damage I did and everything like that first. Come on. Click on the continue button. I played this game a really long time ago, by the way. I think she deserved MVP. Wow, you can see even the Ezreal actually did quite a lot of damage. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you all in the next HellsDevil video.